you're closing in. You're 1 goal away from your career high with 9 games left. How good does it feel just to be at that stage at this point in the season?
It feels great to be at that at 15 goals. You know, with 9 games before playoffs. Just as a striker, you know, you want to be on a good roll before playoffs start. You know.
We talked a lot about, you know, you being healthy and all that. One of the things that we haven't talked about, though, was guys like Kai and Ola, who have had success in the system, kind of had time to adjust before they, you know, went into a preseason. You came in preseason going right away. What was it that made this such a good fit, that you were able to have success in the preseason and carry that into the regular season?
Yes, just being adaptable and also just really focusing on what the coaches were asking of me, still to this day. You know, if the coaches see something that I don't, we watch film, we go over it, and I try to apply it as best I can to the game. And, you know, this locker room has welcomed me from day one with open arms, and that's huge, coming from a new environment and being placed into a new environment. And you know, them just accepting you and letting you be who you are and letting you have the freedom to play, it's amazing.
Greg said your ability to process information is just really high, and that's what allowed for some of that quick transition. When you were, you know, when they were starting to talk to you about concepts, was the way they broke it down different from the way other coaching staffs have done it? Or was it just how you took it in?
No, it's exactly how I took it in. Been a pro for more than 5 years now, so I know what they expect of me when we communicate, and I try to just apply it as much as I can. Whether we're doing a simple drill with no pressure, I try to do it and try to make it seem like a game-like scenario.
You know, as the season goes along, you build rapport with teammates, you get used to systems, every routine becomes more routine, but at the same time, you're playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
Does the season get easier as it goes along or harder?
No, it gets harder. It gets harder because now, as you can see the table, teams are starting to break away, and we are trying to catch those 2 teams ahead of us, so that which makes it hard for us, but we have to keep our level of play high. You know, although other teams try to slow it down when we're on the field, we have to keep, keep our objectives in mind and really hit those objectives as the game goes on.
Those standings are really focusing, in other words.
Yeah.
If the season continues the way it's been, you'll also hit your career high for minutes played. Is that also a point of pride for you, that to be healthy, stay on the field?
Yeah, I didn't know that. You know, a big goal of mine this year was to stay healthy. Yeah. I know what it feels like to be injured and then come back, and then something else on your body becomes injured because of that first injury. And I sympathize for all those players out there that are hurt right now and that have that long road to come back. But I've been on that side of the table, and now, you know, I'm healthy and I want to stay healthy, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I do stay healthy, because our physical staff, coaching staff here, they do a phenomenal job at keeping a lot of players healthy.
And, you know, whether it's been 3 games in 8 days or a quick turnaround like the one you guys have coming up, you've played in those games. Is it, you know, health something you think about at that point, or given that how long you've been healthy, is it not something you think about?
No, I don't think about it. I love playing a lot of games in a week, you know, because if you're on a streak or if you're on a roll, you can keep it going. It's much more easier to stay in that game-like mentality.
Kind of piggybacking off what Lori asked, you guys go from playing league leaguers in Atlanta to Chicago. It's obviously down the standings a little bit more. And you think maybe there's, you know, human nature to let down? You mentioned keeping your level high.
Yeah.
How do you do that in a...
We set the tone. We don't allow the other team to dictate the game. So we have to set the tone early on, win the first 15 minutes. But like you said, we got to treat Chicago just like Atlanta, you know, because they are a dangerous team. I've been watching them the past couple of weeks, and they have some players that if you give them an opportunity to shoot on target, you know, they'll hit the target.
Do you have a prediction for how many goals you end up with?
No, come on, no way. I'm just gonna give it my all every game, man, every game.
Isn't it funny though, because you're probably gonna reach that benchmark, but you don't have time to celebrate that. There's always something around the next corner.
Yeah, no, I mean, I want an MLS Cup so bad. You know, I want to win that for this city and for this team. You know, they took a chance on me, and no better way than to try to work extremely hard to win an MLS Cup.
But at least like steak dinner or something.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll see what they have planned, you know. Yeah, we'll have something planned, yeah.
Josh, these recent road games you guys have had at NYC and Red Bull and Atlanta, I mean, obviously haven't won all 3 of those, but the fact that you're in all 3 of those games, do you think that shows where this team is, that you can compete with those top teams in the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, man. If you go watch those games, I mean, it's just the little things, man. Little things that just don't go our way. We're great. We're a great team, and I believe we have the potential to do extremely well. Extremely well. So it's just we've been unlucky. Like this past weekend, we're unlucky, and calls didn't go our way. But still, we're moving on, moving forward, and all those games in the past are behind us, and now we have to look forward to is our opponent.
Hector getting to 100 games with the crew, is that kind of cool to see him reach that milestone, and how much of a glue guy has he been just from your time playing with him?
Yeah, I love Hector, man. As a player and as a person off the field, just to witness him reach his 100th, was a career game with Columbus.
Yeah, with Columbus.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. When I joined Galaxy, I used to look up to him. He was one of the little groups I've hung out with, and then he came over to Columbus, and it was the same thing. Once I came here, Hector was my guy to look to, and then I'm so thankful to share, the field with him, and I look forward to playing more games with him.
Is Greg the kind of guy who points out stuff like that? Like, hey, 100 games for Hector, or this guy's birthday, or this guy's...
Oh, yeah. He points out all kind of milestones, personal and team-wise. And I love that. Love that, because we back each other up.
Thanks, Justin.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You guys have a good one, all right?
You too.